They take on the San Francisco 49ers on the NFL on Fox. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NFL on Fox. I'm Sam Rosen, along with the all-star nose tackle Bill Moss. The Chicago Bears have won 4 in a row, and they are 5-3, a winning record for the first time since 2001. Their head coach, Lovie Smith, says, Bill, it only puts them in position to make the playoffs. They still have to get better.
Well, of course, you know, you're only halfway, and you need to grow as a team, and you really want to get on a roll when you get into December and get that push going, feeling good about your team, get the division, and then get into the playoffs. One area I believe they need to get better in, Sam, is scoring points. They were able to do good throughout the first half of the season, averaging 17 points a game, putting the burden on the defense. But look what's coming up in the form of Carolina, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, and Atlanta. These teams can score a bunch of points, so Kyle Orton has to become more productive along with the passing game. They were hurt at wide receiver, losing Bradley, and it's been an effect on him. He has to find a way to get the ball down the field. Points come in the passing game.
Now, the Bears are big favorites today. They have the winning record. They're in first place. The San Francisco 49ers have injuries. They're playing their 4th quarterback this season, but the elements could be a big factor. The wind was blowing. You were down on the field.
I've never seen anything like it in all my years of being around the NFL or playing football back to my Pop Warner days. A simple game of catch and the ball is flying away. That's Sam's game notes taking off. The deep snap, the punt returns, the punters on their drop, it's going to be in effect. You are going to see some things happen today in this game due to the wind never see happen in a football game. So expect the unexpected, and anything could happen.
The Chicago Bears will try to make it 5 wins in a row. A special day. There's a familiar face. Mike Singletary, one of the Bears' all-time greats. He met up with Ron Rivera, his teammate, but now he's on the opposite side. We'll be set to go, Bears and 49ers, in just a moment.
You're watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD and presented by DirecTV.
You might think jail overcrowding isn't a problem. Then why are these local inmates being shuttled back and forth between jailhouses and costing you millions of dollars? A story you'll see only on Fox, Monday at 10.
Excuse me. Ooh, thank you.
Everyone wants the new fresh toasted chicken Parmesan sandwich, zesty marinara, melted cheese, only at Subway restaurants.
Call your local Snappy Tomato Pizza today for the NFL special. A large 3-topping for only $10.99.
I promise to keep building the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Chevy promises a bold new look in the Silverado half-ton.
The Silverado half-ton regular cab work truck with better fuel economy than a comparable Ford F-150. Now, get a 2006 Chevy Silverado half-ton regular cab work truck for around $16,065 after cash back.
That's the Chevy Total Value Promise, and it starts right here.
See your local Chevy dealer.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Dad?
Hey, buddy.
Could you read me a story? Football.
That's okay. I can freeze time.
Whoa.
The DirecTV DVR, the most magical thing that ever happened to TV. Finally, an easy-to-use DVR that gives you the power to pause and rewind live TV, so you'll never miss a second of what's important to you.
Somebody up there loves you. DirecTV.
Sign up and get a DirecTV DVR free. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
No one ever woke up one morning and said, I just want to be an ordinary musician, or an ordinary tennis player, or writer, or runner. No one ever said, I just want to be an ordinary coach, or even an ordinary scientist. So why the heck would anyone ever say, I just want to be an ordinary investor? At E-Trade Financial, we keep challenging the ordinary to help investors be extraordinary.
Oh no, not again. Come on, don't be like that. It's not like I can listen to my LPs in there. You want to listen to Tommy? Let me put the headphones on.
10-speaker Dynaudio sound system. Just one of 120 not-so-standard features available on the all-new German-engineered Passat.
Come on. Cool.
What's the coolest way for people on the move to pay for gas and convenience items? Speed Pass.
Cool. Really cool.
How do we know? We're drivers too. Link Speed Pass to a credit or check card you already use, and you can make one of the cool moves Ryan Newman does.
Welcome back to Soldier Field. It's a Veterans Day memorial here at Soldier Field today. Veterans being honored. The flyby over Soldier Field, the packed house. The Bears 3-1 at home, 52 degrees. The winds have been strong right to left at times, but at times also, Bill, they've been coming across the field.
It has. It's been bouncing all over the place. It's circular down there in a motion, and when it comes across the field, it comes in gusts. Gusts that will knock the ball. It'll blow it away. It'll push players around. I'd like to wish everybody out there, especially all the veterans, a happy Veterans Day for that Veterans Day weekend. That's what the flyby was for, and thank you, guys.
So now the young quarterbacks will be tested. The Bears have won the toss. They have elected to receive. Kyle Orton, the rookie quarterback, has thrown a touchdown pass in 5 consecutive games. The 49ers, with a record of 2-6, in rebuilding mode under their first-year head coach Mike Nolan. And this is the 3rd jersey. First time the Bears have worn this orange with the blue outline over the numerals. Their 3rd jerseys. Joe Nedney will kick off, and the former Bear, Tony Parrish, will hold to make sure the ball doesn't go flying off the tee. Jerry Azuma is deep for Chicago. And we're underway. Good kick by Nedney. Azuma at the goal line. He's got the wedge to the right, runs into the pile, and is brought down around the 22-yard line. Good coverage by Terry Jackson for the 49ers on the 22-yard return. Kyle Orton, he is the starting quarterback. The Bears have won 4 in a row. There is no quarterback controversy in Chicago. Reuben Brown missed the last 4 games. He is back and starting, the former All-Pro. He is an All-Pro. In the backfield, Cedric Benson makes his first NFL start. Thomas Jones, the leading rusher, is out with a rib injury, and that pass is complete to the fullback, Brian Johnson, who's ridden out of bounds at the 24-yard line, a pickup of 2 on the play. 49ers play a 3-4 defense. Bryant Young having an outstanding year, 2nd in the NFL with 8 sacks. The 4 linebackers, you watch Julian Peterson. Derek Smith is the leading tackler. Andre Carter, good pass rusher. In the secondary, the former Bear, Tony Parrish, spent his first 4 years here in Chicago. He was a 2nd-round draft pick and had some outstanding years here. Cedric Benson on the carry, gets a couple of yards up to the 26-yard line. Brandon Moore in on the stop with Anthony Adams.
Given to the young quarterbacks and given today, I want you to take a look at this. We're going to count the guys in the box. There's Parrish right here. This is, you're going to check out Parrish. He's going to come into the mix. This is him folding up inside here, number 33. And you're going to see a lot of 8-man boxes today where they bring the safety down, given the fact that the young quarterbacks, the weather conditions, and the running games.
Adrian Peterson, 3rd down back, breaks through, and he's got a good gain up to the 44-yard line for a 1st down. Peterson had his best game rushing last week against New Orleans down in Baton Rouge. He's a good 3rd down back, but we'll see him alternating with Cedric Benson throughout the game. 17-yard game gain on that run.
Well, you're going to take a look. The hit's going to hit. This is the 34 defense. They're going to look. This is a draw play. They show pass first, and then they hit the draw. But there was passing routes downfield that took the safety out.
Benson goes straight ahead as the Bears continue to run the ball, and this is what they want to do. Control the football, establish the run, and especially going into the wind.
Let's take a look at the Bears offense. They are not staying in that huddle long. And I'm telling you, it is quick. They're in there, they count. Now watch, they turn and they get up on the ball, and there's been a lot of quick counts. That's quick counts do not allow the defense time to shift into anything else.
Quick straight ahead. Brian Johnson, the fullback, with a hard run. He was just activated last week. This is only his second game, his first start of the season. And been on the physically unable to perform list coming into the season.
Sammy, this is a growler game. You know, they come out there and you're going to hear a lot of it because of the running attack of both these teams. They come out at the quick snap. Take a listen. You take a listen to that.
They're growling.
That's the growling.
Here's 3rd and 1 for the Bears.
The Thunder rolls.
49ers 47. 2 tight ends in. Benson straight ahead. And he's down to the 45. And he's got enough for the first down.
You know, here's a clock we're going to put on it here. Take a look at how quick this huddle is when they get in the huddle. Now, what's even quicker, okay? Here's the huddle is now formed. Okay, there's the play clock. But what's even quicker is when they get to the line of scrimmage. When they get to the line of scrimmage, they are going on a quick count. There's no shifting, there's no motion, and it certainly takes away from what the 49ers can do.
From the 45, the play fake. Orton puts it up short to Johnson again. No gain on the play. So the passes thus far have been very short stuff to the fullback. Derek Smith covering on the play.
Well, it looks so the 49ers know they don't have time to shift. So they get into this bare defensive front. You see this? And then they bring up the strong safety to the outside, linebacker, 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 and that puts more men in the box. Because of the quick count of the Chicago Bears on offense, it's not allowing the 49ers defense to shift, so they're lining up in it.
Jason McKee is in at fullback. On 2nd and 10, it's Benson following McKee. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain half a yard. So this will be a 3rd and long. And now it'll be interesting to see what the Bears come up with. They've been running well. They didn't get stuck in 3rd and very long situations. As Lovie Smith looks on, the head coach has done an outstanding job this year.
Well, the quick counts for the Chicago Bears got them some yardage.
Tony Parrish is down holding his left leg.
He was up in the tackle. He was up in on the tackle, Sam. And he was rolling on the ground, and he tried to get up, and he had some help from his teammates, but he just couldn't stand.
Ding! You are now free to dip your toes in the ocean.
Ding!
Ding!
You are now free to see an old friend.
To forget what traffic sounds like.
Free to find your favorite state flower. Ding! Ding!
That ding is just cracking me up. You are now free to get a low fare, even at the last minute.
Ding!
Ding!
You are now free to follow your favorite team.
Ding!
Ding!
You're now free to enjoy low fares coast to coast.
With frequent nonstops to 61 cities.
You are now free to move about the country.
You've been practicing for this your entire life. The Chrysler Town & Country with stow-and-go seating and storage.
During November only, get $1,000 bonus cash that gets you a Chrysler Town & Country LX for under $23 grand.
Hey, Mom. Sorry I haven't called for a while. You guys went and took that family portrait without me in it. What was that? For Christmas, I want the Verizon Wireless V276 by Motorola at Radio Shack. It's got a digital camera, speakerphone, and caller ID. So I'll know when it's you calling, and I'll definitely, probably answer.
This holiday season, don't just get a gift. Get the right gift at Radio Shack.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 40.
Another injury for the San Francisco 49ers. Tony Parrish, injured ankle, Bill.
There's Tony Parrish right there on the left of your screen, and he gets rolled up on by his own player. And they were getting to the ball. They were scraping, they were filling, they understood, they made some adjustments and stopped the run.
Keith Lewis, number 28, has replaced him at safety. Orton on 3rd and 10, throws too high and too far for Justin Gage. And the Bears are forced to punt.
Is where it gets interesting. Here's where it gets a little interesting. Nice pressure on the play by Bryant Young. What a stud of a man he is. I got to tell you, he is always going to be in a quarterback's face, and he can be a beast when he wants to be. And he had some good pressure there in Kyle Orton's face. But right here, I think, Sam, is where this part of the game is going to be real interesting. With the snap, with the drop, and with fielding the punt.
Patrick Manley is the long snapper, one of the best in the NFL. Brad Maynard waiting. Rasheed Marshall is deep for the 49ers. Maynard gets it away. Fair catch, wait for it. Bounces at the 5. Bears have it. Oh, no!
Oh, my God.
They had it covered. Miscommunication. Chris Thompson, number 27, was there. Decided not to touch it, and it bounced into the end zone for a touchback.
Starts out cold, ends up refreshing. Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Life doesn't stand still, and neither do we. That's why so many people come to Lowe's for designer lighting and fans. Not because we have the widest selection, which we have, or because our prices are so low the latest styles are now within everyone's reach, or because nobody works harder to save you money every day, which Lowe's promises to do. You see, at Lowe's, improving home improvement never ends.
The 340 horsepower Chrysler 300C. The moment you see it is the moment you want it. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard. During November, qualified lessees can get the Chrysler 300C for $399 a month.
The greatest thrill ride in sports returns. NASCAR on Fox this February.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by Rocky Mountain Refreshing Coors Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL and Super Bowl 40.
San Francisco 49ers first possession, and there's a reason why Chris Thompson couldn't touch the ball. We'll show you that in a moment. Tony Parrish has gone to the locker room. Early report, a fractured left fibula. Oh, terrible. On first down, Kevin Barlow running hard, but gets a couple of yards on the play. Now, Bill, show the fans why Chris Thompson couldn't touch that punt.
Well, he probably could have, but he thought when he touched the line, when you touch the end zone, and you're a gunner or any player for that matter, when you touch the front of the end zone, you can't touch the ball. So he is reestablished when he comes back into the field of play. When you get both feet back into the field of play, you reestablish yourself. So you can't touch the line and then touch the ball, but you can come back into the field of play, be reestablished, and touch the ball. He thought he was out of bounds and didn't make a play on the ball.
2nd and 8, Barlow straight ahead. No gain, actually a loss on the play. Bears with good charge up front on the defensive line, and the linebacker Hunter Hillenmeyer, who had a terrific game last week, made the tackle.
You want to know why people love the Bears? Watch number 30 right here. Take a look at him. He's going to be flying in there, times it up perfect, and just smashes and blows up everything that tries to happen in the backfield for the San Francisco 49ers.
3rd and 10. The rookie Cody Pickett.
Boy, that's fun.
Is in his 2nd NFL start.
And they tried to stay out of this 3rd and long situation. Throwing the ball into the wind. It's not going to be pretty.
Barlow, the wide receiver, split out. The flag is dropped and play stops.
They got
delay of game. Offense.
Walt Anderson is our referee today. His 10th year in the NFL. So now the 49ers are faced with a 3rd and 15.
No, there is no play in the playbook for 3rd and 15, especially for a young quarterback. But here's some of the problems they've had. Jeremy Newberry so beat up their center that they had to move Eric Heitman, number 66, over to center. Okay, now you're in shotgun. Now the crowd noise. Watch, they're going on a silent count. Head up, snap the ball.
Fake in the draw. Barlow looking for running room. He's brought down by Urlacher at the 21-yard line. And the 49ers forced to punt. 3 and out. They lead the NFL in 3 and outs to the 49ers. That was their 40th of the season. Outstanding work by the Bears defensively. Bobby Wade, who leads the NFL in punt return average, better than 11 yards per return, is deep. And Andy Lee will be punting.
Yeah, and the wind is going to be a factor for him, too. These guys are going to have to feel it.
Lee with the most punts in the NFL this season. He's 53rd, almost blocked by Rasheed Davis. Bobby Wade with a fair catch at the 41-yard line. Bears have good field position after the 39-yard punt. Their second possession coming up. Flag is flying. Lucky to be holding on there with the wind blowing strong.
You've been practicing for this your entire life. The Chrysler Town & Country with Stow & Go seating and storage.
During November only, get $1,000 bonus cash that gets you a Chrysler Town & Country LX for under 23 grand.
Taco Bell's new Chipotle grilled stuffed burrito.
So what's it like? It's a little bit smoky and spicy and flavor-y. I gotta try one of those.
The new Chipotle grilled stuffed burrito. Loaded with carne asada steak, Chipotle seasoned rice, spicy Southwest Chipotle sauce, and a blend of 3 melted cheeses. All wrapped up and grilled to go. For the perfect balance of flavor and spice, think outside the bun.
Hi there.
Use your Visa card this holiday season and you could be one of 50,000 winners in Visa's $1.5 million holiday giveaway. With a grand prize of $250,000, even the smallest purchase could turn into something big. Do you gift wrap? Visa, your card for the holidays.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard. By Taco Bell, think outside the bun. By Best Buy, thousands of possibilities, get yours. And by Verizon Wireless. There's only one reason to choose a wireless company. It's the network. Verizon Wireless.
This is the first game of a Fox NFL doubleheader. Coming up in the second game, many of you will see the Packers and Falcons. Some of you will see the Rams and the Seahawks, and others will see the Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Cedric Benson runs into a wall. Maybe a yard pickup on the play. We've got our first update of the day, and for that, we go to JB.
Hey, Sam, and another first. The first opening drive for a touchdown for the Lions this season. Joey Harrington drilling that pass to Roy Williams. His first touchdown catch since week 2. That capped an 8-play, 59-yard drive, 7-0 Lions over Arizona. Back to Sam Rosen and Bill Moss.
Thanks, JB. Lions 3-5, tied for second in the NFC North. 2nd and 9. Orton back to throw, fires. Orton knows about playing in the wind. Having played at Purdue, he says the key for him is throw a tight spiral, Bill.
Well, and he throws a tight spiral, and he throws a spiral that has a lot of revolutions on it as well. You know, there's some that are just, you know, rolling slowly, and there's some that spin violently, and he's got that one that spins violently. And as you said, playing up in the Big Ten, where you're going to go to different places that are wide open in the Midwest, he's dealt with wind before, but he said he's never seen anything like this.
3 wide receivers in, but it's Adrian Peterson carrying straight ahead and not much there. So the Bears play conservative. They did throw the one pass that was incomplete, but they go conservative on 3rd and 9, and they'll play the field position game.
Well, field position in this style of team concept for both the 49ers and the Bears is a part of the equation to winning games. Don't turn the ball over on offense. Manage it, okay? Great field position and a good defense for 60 minutes that has the capability of creating turnovers. Both teams have that same philosophy.
Brad Maynard, low line drive kick that takes a favorable roll for the Bears and rolls out of bounds at around the 20-yard line. Not much of a punt, but it got the job done. 36 yards, no return. 49ers will start from their 20-yard line when we come back.
The 340 horsepower Chrysler 300C. The moment you see it is the moment you want it. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard. During November, qualified lessees can get the Chrysler 300C for $399 a month.
Now when business takes you on the road, your network will be waiting. Broadband access only from Verizon Wireless. Wi-Fi only works in limited locations, but broadband access is the nation's largest high-speed wireless broadband network, expanding coast to coast. Now get unlimited access at a great price. Go get them. Thanks. Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Critics hail War of the Worlds. This is Tom Cruise's finest performance. War of the Worlds is Spielberg at his best. Explosive, non-stop action. War of the Worlds. Buy it on DVD November 22nd.
We're back, and Adam, the Chicago Bears remain our surprise leader.
Charlie, the Bears appear to be a confident bunch. Tommy Harris can flat out dance.
Okay, here we go with round 2, and the Bears have gone casual.
The moon boots, the vote for Pedro shirts. Charlie, it's Napoleon Dynamite.
I don't know about Pedro, but the crowd here at Elmo Wright Pavilion absolutely loves it.
Coach Lovie Smith has to be proud of the way his Bears have come out tonight and executed.
You can almost hear Bears fans thinking, could this be our year?
Kyle Orton looking over pictures. He went over to the bench, spoke with offensive coordinator Ron Turner. Number 15 is Kurt Kidner, University of Illinois product. They work very closely together during the week. Flags go down, they stop the play. False start on the 49ers.
Oh, and did they have a problem with this last week?
Yes, they did.
Both Anthony Clement.
Number 67. Yeah. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
Anthony Clement is the man. The left tackle called for the false start. He and Quame Harris, the right tackle. There were 5 false starts called on the offensive line last week.
Hey, the referee can't keep his hat on. It blew off, and one of the players from the 49ers had to chase the hat down and give it back to him. You can see the wind blowing. You can see the trash all over the field the way it's coming. It swirls in gusts, primarily coming straight at the Bears bench or on an angle this way.
Barlow carrying, plus a couple of tackles, gets across the 20 up to the 21-yard line. As there you see what Bill was referring to.
There's all kinds. Look, there's cushions flying across the field right now. Hats. Look at the far end zone. There goes. The pylons are going. There's a seat cushion. That's somebody gets up from a seat and it just takes off. There's hats. Look, there's a hat there. There's a hat down on the behind the goalpost of the Bears as well.
If there are any that you like, we can get them for you.
Well, I like that orange Hunter's hat that the guy behind the goalpost just picked up.
2 tight ends in for the 49ers on 2nd and 9. It's Barlow. Nothing there. Bears stuff him. Bears defense is 3rd in the NFL, and they want to be number 1. That is their goal. Tommy Harris leading the way, 2nd-year man out of Oklahoma.
And this guy right here. He is supposed to be, watch this, there's a swim around, sheds a block, and makes the stick in the backfield. The penetration of that under tackle, that 3-technique tackle, which is one of the foundations of this entire Tampa 2 defense. You need a 3-technique or under tackle that is disruptive, much like Warren Sapp was for all those years with Tampa.
3 wide receivers in on 3rd and 10. Pickett throws it, slammed back at his face. Flags on the play.
Lance Briggs was the one that got his hands on it. He was coming on a blitz, and he's the weak side linebacker, Sam. And that's another key component to that Tampa 2 defense.
Number 32, offense. Even though the defensive player moved into the neutral zone, the back is not protected from fouling on that play. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it's still 3rd down.
Good explanation by Walt Anderson. So back go the 49ers, 5. Bring up a 3rd and 15.
Well, here he's trying to time it up. Mike Brown, remember he tried to time it before? And he can come jumping in there trying to time it, and that's not a penalty unless it draws one of the offensive linemen. The reason the back isn't protected is because he's not up there in the neutral zone area.
3 wide receivers for the 49ers. They run it with Barlow, and he is brought down across the 20-yard line by Alex Brown. Well, one thing the Bears wanted to do, according to Ron Rivera, the defensive coordinator, was upset quarterback Cody Pickett because he's so inexperienced by bringing people on all downs. And they showed it on 2nd down.
Until the 49ers can get you out of that blitz mentality, the 8-man in the box mentality, until they can pass the ball downfield and keep the safeties back, they're going to see this all the time.
Andy Lee, the long snapper, Brian Jennings, line drive kick is grabbed by Bobby Wade. Here he goes. Nice return. He's hit out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Tough to punt when you drop the ball down. 41-yard punt, but a 16-yard return.
New from Usher, only at Best Buy. Get the Usher Truth Tour limited edition DVD box set, available now, exclusively at Best Buy.
Some beers are big on flavor. Some beers are easy to drink. But until now, no beer has offered it all. Budweiser Select starts with hand-picked American and Bavarian hops. Budweiser Select is brewed longer for a bold taste that finishes clean. With Budweiser Select, it all comes together. Expect everything.
This has been one for the history books. 8 ticks remaining on the clock. It all comes down to one play. 4th and goal from the 3.
Vote now at NFL.com for this year's Pro Bowl team and help decide who will be playing in Hawaii. Plus a chance to win a trip to the game in the 2006 NFL Pro Bowl sweepstakes at NFL.com.
Thus far this season, Bears have run the ball very well, 7th in yards per rush. However, they're missing their #1 runner today, Thomas Jones, who's had 4 100-yard rushing games. He's out with a rib injury. Cedric Benson, the 4th pick overall in the NFL draft, with his first NFL start. He's behind the fullback, Brian Johnson. Nice hole, and Benson gets down to the 40, picks up 6 on the play.
You know, Cedric Benson, he missed all the training camp. He wanted more money, he wanted all those things. But he's grasped the offense now. He understands his role. Take a listen to the power he brings. That's taking the blow to the defender. And when you're a defender, you don't like to do that. When you tackle a running back, you'd like to knock him backwards. It sets a precedence for the whole day. What he just did right there, he set the tone.
Hussein Muhammad in motion, and Benson cutting it back inside, gets across the 35 to the 34, another 6-yard pickup. Last week, when Thomas Jones went out in the middle of the game against New Orleans, Benson came up with his best game of the season as he rushed for 79 yards. And Adrian Peterson ran it well. He had a 36-yard run and a 6-yard touchdown run. There's that 36-yarder, a beauty. So they have depth at running back. And this is Peterson. bouncing it back, and he is pulled back. Good play up front. Actually, the linebacker, Jim Maxwell, in on the stop.
You know, Kyle Orton was talking about all the guys, Thomas Jones, Cedric Benson, Adrian Peterson, and he says, you know, they're all about the same. So they're the same height. I don't have to make many adjustments in where I hand the ball off. They have the same burst, the same power, and the offense, this running game, is really predicated on steps. You hit your point, your turn point, and then you take it downhill or you cut it back. So they're all running the same way.
On 2nd and 9, the play fake by Orton. He throws short. Desmond Clark. The tight end is out of bounds at the 21-yard line for a first down. Clark had a couple of games. We did one of them against Minnesota where he was outstanding. Then they got away from using the tight end, and Kyle Orton told us he wants to get back to using the tight end a lot more.
I think you're going to see a lot of tight ends today, and that's something that they were working on in practice. And when you need to get your more points involved, more passing involved, and you lose Mark Bradley and you lose Bernard Berrien, you know, you have to use the guys that are on your roster. Right now they have 2 tight ends in. John Gilmore's in there.
False start against the Bears.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
John St. Clair is called for the false start. He's starting in place of Fred Miller, who had a fall in his house this week, broke his jaw, had some minor surgery done on the jaw, and will be out for 2 weeks. And Fred Miller had a streak of 110 consecutive starts broken.
That house can be a dangerous place, you know that?
Yeah?
Oh.
In motion, 2 tight ends in. It's Cedric Benson again cutting it back. Just a little cutback in the hole. It's down to the 21-yard line. He picks up 5 on the play. So Benson, his last 3 carries, picking up nice chunks.
You know, changed his name to Bunsen. He's a burner. He remember the Bunsen burner. You remember old science class, the Bunsen burner?
Yes.
You're cooking things up and stuff. But watch him, Brand. Every time he runs the ball, he lowers his shoulder, and he runs kind of high too. But when he gets around contact, he lowers his shoulder and delivers the blow. He is always falling forward over top of the defender.
3 wide receivers in, Clark in motion, and it's Adrian Peterson. Slipped one man. Good job by Andre Carter fighting off the block and slowing down Peterson, enabling the rest of the defense to come up. Bruce Thornton made the tackle.
You know, Peterson is the one of all the backs that has a little bit more shifty to him. He shifts around a little. Here's Carter, and he's the one that's disruptive in this whole thing. He gets outside on Tate and comes inside and gets a piece. But Peterson's the one that has a little bit more knack to maybe bounce it outside some or cut and shift and dance around. Thomas Jones and Benson bring it at you.
3rd and 10. Everybody out. Orton throws and it's batted down. Looked like Anthony Adams got the left hand up and got a piece of the ball. It'll bring up a 4th down, and the field goal kicking unit comes on. So now we'll see what the wind does to the field goal kicker. Robbie Gold.
How about the snap and the hold, too?
You're going to spot it at the 29, a 39-yard attempt. The holder is Brad Maynard. The long snapper is Patrick Manley.
You see the way the flag's up top here. See which way they're blowing. Oh, the wind's picking up in a big gust right now, too. Big gust.
The snap, a tough one. The kick is away. Look at the wind take that one, Bill. Wow. That took it about 25 yards away from the upright.
It's by chance. It gusts at times. Right about the time that snap came up, there was a big gust of wind that blew that ball right out of the frame.
Maynard did well to handle the snap, and the wind blew the kick to another area code.
New from Usher, only at Best Buy. Get the Usher Truth Tour limited edition DVD box set, available now, exclusively at Best Buy.
The look of love is in your eyes. The look your heart can't disguise.
Everyone wants the fresh toasted chicken and bacon ranch for dinner. Real bacon and tender chicken. Only at Subway restaurants.
Oh, come on.
Sport is sport. A foul's a foul. And a bat's a bat, even if it's flat. 10 feet on the west side is 10 feet on the east side. Football is football, unless it's football. Now, a win's a win, a loss is a loss. But no matter what, you better come with it, because it's 90 feet to first, no matter where home is.
Watch the kicker. He actually gets blown over right here. Watch this. He gets pushed. The wind gust picks up. He has to take a step to steady himself, and then take a look at the kick. That's like my driver, Sam.
No, not that bad.
Oh, yes, that bad. Wow. And that's when the wind's not blowing.
49ers start from the 29. Tank Johnson and Alfonso Boone in at the defensive tackles for the Bears. And the pickup up to the 31-yard line. Gale force winds are 39 to 46. Severe gale would be 47 to 54. The gusts we're told right now are about 33 miles per hour. Frank Gore is in at running back for the 49ers.
I think the 33 is pretty much the steadiness of the, but when it gusts, like the one that pushed him over there, I think it's well into the 40s.
Tough to score today. The kicker found that out. There's no score. Bears and 49ers, end of the first quarter.
Ford product engineers work hard. Anybody can see that. Since they need to be with the cars, we took out their desk phones and extended the workplace with Sprint Business. It's helping us shorten the time from concept to showroom, and it's easy to reach them. Dan?
Dan's gonna have to call you back.
By saying yes to working from anywhere, we're building more new products faster.
With Sprint Business, you can make just about any place a workplace. Yes, you can.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
The Kentucky Lottery has a fun game. It's called Tic-Tac-Cash. Pick one number from each of the 8 squares. Then wait to see if your numbers match those from the daily Tic-Tac-Cash drawing. Circle all your matched numbers plus the free square, and if you connect any 3 of those in a line, you win. Across, up, down, or diagonally. You can match up to 8 lines and win up to $25,000. It's as easy as Tic-Tac-Cash, the game everyone's lining up to win.
Angels pushing us down the tracks back home. Way is long, but the fire's burning strong as a strong as
Trade families in a switch with a shocking twist.
My new mom's really hot.
But when attraction goes too far, Dad's had enough.
You are the most pampered.
Trading spouses, meet your new mommy. All new at 9, 8 Central. Fox, Wednesday.
Hold on to all your possessions if you're in Chicago. The wind is blowing. And in Soldier Field, it's tough to throw the ball. In fact, the 49ers didn't attempt to pass in the first quarter. Sam Rosen, Bill Moss, glad you're with us. 49ers and Bears scoreless. 49ers on 2nd and 7. Barlow takes it outside and gets it up to the 39-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and 1. Nice run by Barlow. Nathan Vasher with the tackle. And there's a, I believe there's a flag on the play.
It's a flag. He lost a hat. We got everything flying around out here.
And it was. You know, you don't know. It might have been a hot dog wrapper.
I think what you're going to have is illegal
motion.
Yeah, sure. He
Number 83.
Steps to the line of scrimmage.
5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
What he does is he doesn't hear the snap count. It's maybe because of the wind, maybe because of the new quarterback, the new cadence, but he doesn't hear it. And what happens is Arnaz Battle comes in motion and makes his break towards the line of scrimmage before the snap of the ball. And when you're a receiver in motion, you can't make a motion towards the line of scrimmage. It has to be lateral.
Fourth penalty of the game for the 49ers. Chris Hetherington is in the backfield at fullback. Gore, the running back, first pass might have been tipped, but then it sailed high. I believe it was tipped.
Saved him a pass interference call.
Cody Pickett, a 7th-round draft pick out of the University of Washington, was a special teams player earlier this season, but the 49ers ran out of quarterbacks. Their #1 draft pick, Alex Smith, the #1 pick overall, injured his knee. He's still out. They hope to have him start practicing this Wednesday.
Well, look at right now. Look at the situation. 3rd and 12, you saw the graphic there. They haven't gotten any better on 3rd down. The running game has not improved.
Terry Jackson, no gain. Jackson, the 3rd down back, is stopped by the middle of the Bears line.
And this is where you start to see that mentality in the game where the field position is starting to change. And now slowly, the Bears are getting themselves in position to have the short field.
Well, it looked like they had it on the last possession, and it looked like a sure 3 points. Bobby Wade is deep, had a good return on his last one. Third punt of the game by Andy Lee.
Look where Bobby Wade is lined up according to the punter. Outside by the numbers.
And in perfect position, but it bounces. He knocks it down, tries to return it, lost the football. Let's see.
I think it's 49ers ball. Yep.
49ers think so, and the officials point in their direction. Bobby Wade wanted to return it, mishandled it, and then took a hit, and it is recovered by the long snapper, Brian Jennings.
The same courage in which it takes to field punts that Bobby Wade has is the same courage that sometimes gets him in trouble. He fields punts, sometimes taking risks inside the 5 and 10 yard line. And at that one time right there, they would have been in great field position if he just let the thing fall out of bounds.
Great play by Jennings, who knocked the ball out of the hands of Wade and recovered the fumble. So an outstanding play by the long snapper, and now it's the 49ers
now look
with
at the
field
ball.
position.
Now the ball blew away. The ball blew away. The referee does not have his white hat. That's gone. You know what?
Walt's going without a hat.
Our red hat, Fox's red hat on the sidelines. He recovered the referee's white hat.
At the 31 of the Bears, Barlow straight ahead, fighting, breaks loose, and is brought down by Charles Tillman at the 24-yard line. Good run by Kevin Barlow.
Well, there are two main things on the punt returner's mind, you know? And here's 86. He comes in, he gets a piece of it and knocks the ball out.
Brian Jennings with an outstanding play. The 49ers' 15th takeaway of the season.
Jim Maxwell got a hand in there to help punch it out as well.
Barlow and Hetherington in the backfield. Hetherington, the fullback, shifts. Barlow carries and gets down to the 21-yard line. Bring up a 3rd. Well, it's very close to the first down line. Looks like he made it. Check out the spot, and he's got enough for the first down.
You know, today for the 49ers to be successful, they have to have manageable 3rd downs. And you see the percentage when you're 3rd and short, that's 3 or less, of success rate in getting the first down. Well, they haven't had that or created that yet on 3rd down. There's still been 3 and 11 plus.
Arnaz battle in motion. Frank Gore, the running back, the rush on Orton. He got rid of it as he was hit by Wally Agunlea. Time for an update from JB. Go ahead, JB.
Well, big day for Darren Sharper. Not so good for Eli Manning. His 2nd pick of the day here, Sam. Picked off by Darren Sharper. He returns it 92 yards to pay dirt. Wow. Minnesota on top of the Giants by the score of 7-0. That in the 2nd quarter. Back to Sam Rosen, Bill Moss.
Minnesota trying to stay in the race in the NFC North. And Darren Sharper, one of the best ball hawks in the NFL. Here the 49ers on 2nd and 10. Gore straight ahead, spinning for about 3 yards. Frank Gore, the rookie out of Miami, has done well in his rookie season.
And that's what the 49ers have to do. They have to get positive yards. 3 or more yards when you're going to run the football, and you know you're going to run the football, and the defense knows you're going to run the football. So they're stacking 8 and 9 men in the box, okay? But you can't be scared of that. You have to block them up and make positive yardage, because if you don't, you won't be able to have any kind of play action pass off of it.
Here's 3rd and 7 for the 49ers. It's Barlow. He's got a nice hole. He fights for some yardage down around the 13-yard line.
And we go back to that 3rd and 3 or less. Manageable 3rd downs, and how the percentage at 54% completion rate on 3rd downs is 3rd and less. That was 3rd and 7, and you saw the outcome.
So here's Joe Nedney, who's got a strong leg. Let's see how he handles the wind down here. Just about the same place that Robbie Gould tried. This one is a little bit shorter. This will be from 31. Nedney 11 for 12 this season. Let's see where he aims. And he hooks it through. Beautiful kick by Joe Nedney, but there's a flag, a couple of flags on the play.
There is a flag, and we're going to, Nathan Vasher's going to be off sides here. And so now you're going to have
it would be a first down.
It would. It would be a first down. You got.
Let's see. Does Mike Nolan want to take the 3 points?
Let's go.
Or will he take them off the board?
Yeah, you're going to be first down at the 10, 11-yard line. Hey, go take it. Get your offense back out there.
He's sending the offense back on.
You know,
well, what does he have to lose?
Yeah, well, this is a chance to try for 7 at least. You know, they know they can kick field goals. Heck, Nedney.
Number 31, defense. That's 5-yard penalty and a first down.
Nedney has kicked 7 field goals in the last 2 weeks, so they know they can get 3 points down here if they don't turn the ball over.
And now they know he can play the wind, because he hooked that in pretty nicely. So the 49ers now the first down.
This is the 49ers. First of all, they're the worst in the NFL in red zone. This is only the 11th time this season that the 49ers have gotten into the red zone. That means inside their 20. Going in.
1st and goal at the 9.
Only the 11th time this season. That's shocking.
Here's Barlow. Ran into Hillenmeyer. And there's no gain on the play. 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
It gets bottled up quick down there. That's one thing. It gets bottled up real quick. And now's the time where you'd like to see maybe a Fred Beasley come in and hammer you. Because as quick as it's getting closed down, you really need a hammerhead in there like Beasley to take it up in there at you. Beasley, of course, the fullback. And there he is.
Beasley and Barlow in the backfield. And it's Barlow, and he's hit by Urlacher. Beautiful play.
What a read by Urlacher.
Brian Urlacher, who's having a terrific season. You heard the guys on the pregame show, Howie Long, talking about him. He's having a great year.
Well, here's Urlacher right here. All right, now I want you to wait 1 second. 1 second. Here's Beasley. There's Beasley, and Urlacher is tailing Beasley, knowing that Beasley is going to take him to the football. That's studying film. That's understanding what the offense is doing and finding a way to beat it before it starts.
3rd and goal from the 12. Beasley shifts. Barlow carries. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe gained a yard. So now Nedney will come on again. Chris Harris leading the charge from his safety position.
Wow. Hey, how about that red zone defense? How about the red zone defense of Chicago? Look at this. Only 4 touchdowns allowed all season long. That is phenomenal. And you saw what they just did there. Now, granted, the San Francisco 49ers offense is a little limited, but still, that was complete and utter domination by that Bears defense.
Brian Jennings, the long snapper. Andy Lee, the holder. This will come from 30 yards away. It's on the way, and he hooks it through again. Nedney, strong leg, 12 for 13 this season. The 49ers forced a turnover on the punt return try by Bobby Wade. With the trash flying, the football flies right through the uprights.
When we built the new Explorer, we were thinking about wide open spaces. So we included innovations that make the interior as quiet as a luxury car and second and third row seats that fold flat. The 2006 Explorer, the best Explorer ever.
Okay, Lindsay, this is the last big one before Torino. You can do this. Don't look at them, look at me. Picture yourself alone on the mountain. Imagine yourself on the medal stand. No one can touch you. Try to imagine your Visa check card just got stolen.
I'm good.
Relax. If your Visa check card's lost or stolen, you're not liable for fraudulent charges, and all that money will be put back. Signed with a safe, secure Visa check card.
Unstoppable. Like a Waltrip is, so is his Citizen Echo Drive. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. It's unstoppable. Just like the people who wear it. Citizen Echo Drive watches. Unstoppable.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Gio called. And,
Who's watching the kids?
They're at my mom's.
People can't get enough of our Jack Daniel's Flat Iron Steak. Now only $10.99. Everyone could use more Fridays.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by the new 2006 Ford Explorer, the best Explorer ever. By Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL. By Citizen Watches, Citizen Echo Drive, Unstoppable. And by UPS, what can Brown do for you?
If you haven't gotten in on one of the best shows on television, tomorrow night's a good night. A 2-hour event, including an all-new Prison Break. Right here on Fox, 8 o'clock, 7 Central. Viewer discretion advised. A great show. Jerry Azuma deep. Nedney getting it away. Azuma steps up to the 11-yard line. Tries to bounce it outside, and the 49ers bring him down at the 29-yard line. It's Terry Jackson again, one of the outstanding special teams players on the 49ers.
And Coolidge gets it on.
DLP picture technology is here. HD TV that's so razor sharp and lifelike, you're there. Be sure your next TV has DLP technology from Texas Instruments. It doesn't get any more real than this.
The front and rear pillars of the F-150 are insulated with an innovative heat-activated foam to reduce noise, making it as quiet as a luxury vehicle. A luxury vehicle that can tow 9,900 pounds.
I see packages coming in from Shanghai today.
Yeah, Oracle, I know, 200 and 80 from Portland tomorrow morning.
What?
It's UPS. See, now I get a detailed report of all their shipments coming in.
Huh.
I've already notified production and alerted sales.
Well, I can't compete with that.
Yeah, that's why you're being reassigned to accounting. Oh, my stapler.
When a steroid scandal erupts,
I do straight blood doping.
it's daring confession. Something more dangerous is uncovered.
We gotta talk.
What are you doing?
You'll be fine, sort of.
And House's obsession with his ex comes to a head.
Do you hate me or do you love me?
House, all new at 9/8 Central, Fox Tuesday. Viewer discretion advised.
6 quarterbacks were chosen before Kyle Orton. Alex Smith of the 49ers was #1 overall. Kyle Orton got a chance when Rex Grossman went down in preseason, and he's made the most of it. Lovie Smith told us today, Kyle Orton is my quarterback. Our team has won 4 in a row. We have a 5-3 record. Nice run by Cedric Benson up to the 47-yard line. Keith Lewis, who's playing for the injured Tony Parrish, took him down.
Take a look at Desmond Clark and John Tate. Clark is going to come in motion. Clark is going to end up right here on the outside. Here's John Tate. John Tate gets a seal. Clark gets a kick out, and there's your alley. Outstanding job up front, all the way across, gain of 18 yards.
On first down, Benson again. Fights his way for 2 yards up to the 49-yard line. Time for an update. JB has got it all covered, so let's go to him right now.
Sam and Bill, as you well know, folks were expecting this kind of proficiency from Detroit all season long. Joey Harrington to Roy Williams. Roy Williams had no catches last week. Today he's got 3, and that's his second touchdown catch. Detroit on top 16-0. Back to Sam and Bill.
Joey Harrington getting a chance. Thanks, JB. Adrian Peterson with a good run as he replaces Cedric Benson. Gets down to the 49ers 44. He picked up 7. Benson has carried 10 times for 47 yards. Peterson has filled in.
Big blocks, big domination up front. I want you to watch Tate, and I want you to watch Reuben Brown. These two guys right here. They get up, they step, and then they get the seal on the linebackers. You just cut the defense in half. You see that, Allie? That's what cuts it in half. Their big bodies can get up. When they get up on the linebackers, they're used for speed, you've got them cut.
Wharton off the play fake, looking for Clark. He's got him. Beautiful pass. Desmond Clark taken down at the 49ers 13-yard line. Nice fake by Kyle Orton. And the tight end is in the offensive game plan.
Run. Oops, play action. And there he goes right by the safety. Because you watch 88 and you watch him, as I've been pointing out the entire game, down block, seal, motion, block, fake a block, and get up. And once he gets up, by the time the safety realized it, who I might mind you, that's I believe Keith Lewis, who was in for Tony Parrish, he's got him beat.
31-yard gain on the play. Here's Benson busting inside the 10 and down to about the 7-yard line. The Bears offense has come alive. They suddenly look very crisp in everything they're doing.
Well, they're hammering them. They are hammering them up front. And the 49ers have stayed in games primarily through their defense. Last week, they battled the New York Giants all the way into the fourth quarter for a 4-point game, and then they lost it and fell apart on a Cody Pickett touchdown interception turned into points. But I think they're wearing down, and right now, Chicago's taking it to them.
Here's Benson, but Isaac Sofuaga with a nice play getting inside and stops Benson for a 2-yard loss. Sofuaga had replaced Anthony Adams.
Sam, when your offense...
And we've got an injured player, Cedric Benson is slow getting up here.
That's not good. Because right now, on a team that runs the football, you're down to 1 back because Thomas Jones was declared inactive. Adrian Peterson's there. Next one's going to be the fullback, Ryan Johnson.
This is the famous Budweiser beer. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you'll find in no other beer at any price. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
You want Wendy's bacon mushroom melt. Bacon, mushrooms, and creamy, dreamy cheddar cheese sauce, all on a hot and juicy cheeseburger. Go now. Do Wendy's. Do what tastes right.
Good news, I got us on the family share plan. Each of you gets a Verizon wireless phone, so whenever you go out, you'll have the network. When you guys go to the mall,
We'll have the network.
and when you go wherever it is that you go.
I'll have the network.
There's only one family share plan that also has the nation's most reliable wireless network. Add up to 3 lines for just $9.99 each. Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Is he ready? Let's get this done.
10 seconds till sound check, Mr. Bell.
All right.
The Raiders closing in on the Super Bowl championship.
I can't do this. I gotta go. John.
Mr. Vilmet.
Gentlemen, Mr. Adler.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by Budweiser. Bright, crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
We've seen two nasty injuries today. Earlier, San Francisco's Tony Parrish, and right now Cedric Benson, the first-round draft pick of the Bears, is being helped to the cart. Watch this, Bill.
Watch his right knee. It gets caught in the turf and gets wrapped up, and it's just going to be one of those things that's going to cost him a couple weeks.
The only hope it isn't worse than that. Cedric Benson had 12 carries for 50 yards. Thomas Jones is there. Check out his teammate. Jones inactive with bruised ribs.
I hate to see that. You know, the kid really just gets his first chance to really start. He's earned the right to start in the aspect that not only because Thomas Jones is hurt, but he's gained knowledge of the offense due to all the time he missed in training camp. And boy, did he come out of the blocks just running hard. I hate to see that happen to a guy.
So as Bill mentioned, Adrian Peterson now becomes the lead back. Probably Jason McKee, who was activated today, would be the next tailback. Here's 3rd and 7 for the Bears at the 10-yard line. 3 wide receivers in. Gage, Wade, and Musin Muhammad. Desmond Clark the fight in motion. Here's Peterson. Nothing there.
Peterson.
That's right. The other Peterson, Julian Peterson, no relation, made the stop. And here comes the field goal kicking unit. Let's see what Robbie Gould does here on the other side of the field. How do you play the wind down here?
Well, he still has, it's still blowing the same direction across the field.
Okay.
And now he's got to just leak it out a little bit to his right and shoot the gas. But he's at a point on the field, I believe, that if he just boots it hard and straight, it'll make it through. There won't be that much play in it.
27-yard attempt. Brad Maynard is the holder. Patrick Manley, the long snapper.
Wind's picking up.
Tough snap. Maynard in trouble, throws for the end zone, and it's batted down. So once again, the Bears come away with no points. Wow. The play was incomplete. It was batted down.
Flag is down.
The wind took that snap. Anthony Adams came out with the ball, but I think it was ruled incomplete.
They probably thought it was an illegal touch.
Okay.
The foul was for an ineligible downfield, number 76. However, he had reported and was eligible for the play, so there is no penalty. It's an incomplete forward pass. The ball will go over on downs. Timeout.
You saw it, Sam. That gust of wind picked up again for the second time as they lined up for a field goal. This time it affected the snap.
It's the strongest, most innovative full-size pickup, and the only one to earn both government 5-star and IIHS Best Pick Front Crash ratings.
Thanks for calling Domino's. 3 people? Everyone wants something different. Oh, it's okay, sir. We get this all the time. That's why we've got our 5-5-5 deal. 3 pizzas, $5 each. Yeah, it is a great deal. You're very welcome. I love you too.
The 5-5-5 deal is back. 3 medium 1-topping pizzas, $5 each. And now make one a steak fanatic pizza for just $3 more. It's the 5-5-5 deal from Domino's.
Unstoppable. Sasha Cohen is. So is her Citizen Echo Drive. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. It's unstoppable. Just like the people who wear it. Citizen Echo Drive watches. Unstoppable.
Fox Tuesday, a gruesome discovery.
The first modern mummy.
Puts Booth and Bones in the middle.
Roy Taylor was murdered. Maybe he had it coming to him.
Of a deadly drug war.
How easily do you think I scare?
Bones, all new at 8/7 Central, Fox Tuesday. Viewer discretion advised.
It's a shocking Simpsons transformation. This just in, local tough kid labeled Mama's Boy.
I'm not so sure about the bells on the pants. I love my Tinklies.
The Simpsons, all new at 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
Take a look at the center. Watch the ball come out. Look at the snap. And that ball clearly sails to the same direction that the wind is blowing. And right at the snap, I had mentioned the gust was picking up. And you could see the effect it had on blowing the ball. Holder had to reach out for it, couldn't get a good grip on it.
49ers start from the 9. Beasley and Barlow in the backfield, and Barlow is thrown for a loss. How about that penetration by Alex Brown? Wow, did he get in there in a hurry. Bears defense doing the job. 49ers with a 3-0 lead.
Sam, you talk about this Bears defense and where they are and where they rank and scoring and in the red zone. And you hear so much about the Tampa 2 and the teams that run the Tampa 2 and the effect that they are having on the National Football League and playing defense. And when you come to the Bears, they are just so aggressive in what they do under the confines of a Tampa 2. This is the result all the time.
Tank Johnson in a tackle on 2nd and 12. It's Barlow. And Urlacher's got him. Urlacher's got him at the 5-yard line. Again, leading the charge.
Okay, I want to do what? Here's Beasley, okay? Now here is Urlacher. Now watch, he is honed in directly on him. His eyes are directly on him. Watch him follow him to the ball. See him skate, 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 skate. Now he gets to the ball carrier. That's what Brian Urlacher is looking at. He's looking directly at the fullback. He knows the fullback is going to take him to the ball in this offense. He gets to the ball, then he wraps up the ball carrier.
They've got to get to the 19 for a first down. It's Frank Gore, and he won't get there. He is stopped. Combination of Tank Johnson and Brian Urlacher at the 8-yard line, and the 49ers forced to punt. Good job by the Bears defense again. Only the turnover has hurt the Bears. Their defense has been terrific, but the turnover by Bobby Wade trying to return a punt.
Well, a couple things here. You're going to want to watch the depth of the punter on this punt because he's backed up in the end zone. Now, I don't think you come after this punt just because of the fact you're going to get great field position.
Andy Lee 7 yards deep in his end zone. Bobby Wade waiting. Good punt. Wade at his own 49, but he's got to return with a couple of blockers. He reverses his field and gets down to the 33-yard line. Nice return by Bobby Wade. There's a scramble. The ball was down, and it came loose. It's a fumble by Wade. His second of the game. The 49ers have the ball.
I did not see the ball pop out. Now, there was a mass of bodies. He did get tackled from behind and didn't see the tackler coming. So that can't happen in a strip.
Recovered by San Francisco. First down.
However, there was a mass of bodies there. I'd have to take a look at this. See, he gets tackled from behind, right? The ball was out. I didn't see if his knee was down from that angle.
Will the Bears challenge? They're waiting. They're looking up at the video board.
Nah, the ball's out. There's no. You would think it might be worth a challenge, but the 2 shots I saw right there, the ball's clearly out. Yes, it's out.
Bobby Wade's second fumble. He had an 18-yard return, 2 turnovers. And now let's see. The whistle blows. Looks like the Bears will challenge.
Lovey wants to challenge.
He wants the referee to take another look. The challenge is not down by contact.
The ruling on the field that the runner was not down by contact.
That's the only thing he can challenge since they called it a fumble on the field. Now they want to challenge not down by contact to see in actuality if he was down by contact.
But that ball, as you said, looked like it was coming out.
Hey, we got a new mascot?
There's an easier way to get the gear the pros wear. Call 1-877-NFL-SHOP for a free team catalog or log on to NFLShop.com.
Second fumble by an outstanding return man, Bobby Wade, who leads the league in punt return average. And this is another turnover. It looks like it'll be the second turnover. Walt Anderson is reviewing it.
When you get tackled from behind as your ball carrier, receiver, a punt returner, kick returner, that's when you're susceptible to that strip, because it's just human nature. You're looking in front of you. You can see everything else. But when you get struck from behind and a strip on the ball from behind and you're not expecting the hit or the contact, is when the fumbles occur. And obviously Bobby Wade didn't see that from behind.
Let's give big credit to number 15, Jason McCadley, who not only forced the fumble but recovered it, just much the way Brian Jennings did earlier for the 49ers. 49ers just hang in there. They're just hanging in there, Bill.
From what I saw, this should be quick. Even though he was falling down, it appeared to me the ball was loose and coming out of his arms when his knee made contact with the ground.
Despite their 2-6 record, the coaching staff of the 49ers, led by Mike Nolan and his staff, have kept a positive approach, and they've demanded their players to go out and just give everything they've got. Well, and they've instilled the belief that they can win these games.
They've changed philosophies as a team, and you're not going to see results. I mean, there's a reason Mike Nolan was hired last year, because they weren't a very good team.
Right.
So when you come in and you're going to do a complete overhaul, it's going to take some time.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. It is a fumble.
Simple. The Bears are charged with a timeout, and the 49ers have the ball at the 35-yard line. 2 turnovers in the game for the Chicago Bears.
Bad luck Bears today so far. You know, both field goal attempts at the snap of the ball, the gust of winds hit an all-time high at both attempts. And then on the punt returns where they would have good field position, they came up with fumbles for Bobby Wade.
2 tight ends in. The toss is to Frank Gore, led by Hetherington. Not much there. Maybe no gain on the play. Once again, Brian Urlacher involved. Mike Green came up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Brian Urlacher, who missed 7 games last season, but has been leading the defense. And one thing that Ron Rivera said is that his presence forces teams to change what they want to do.
Well, he's still fearful, you know, even though he may be beat at times, he's still fearful. This is the NFL's top defenses, and 3 of the top 4 are the quote-unquote Tampa 2. Tampa Bay, of course, playing it with Monty Kiffin down there, Indianapolis with Tony Dungy, and right here in Chicago with Lovie Smith. And it's referred to as the Tampa 2 now because of the day and time of age and the popularity of what Tony made it down in Tampa. But its essence really come back to the old Pittsburgh Steelers, who won the Super Bowls through all the 70s. And that's the defense they ran in Pittsburgh. And Tony Dungy was a member of one of those teams, and he knew that, and he was part of it, and that's what he knows.
Terry Jackson is in and split out. This is Gore carrying. Nice gain up to the 40-yard line. He picked up 5 on the play. 3rd and 5 coming. Timeout Bears.
The Tampa 2 is you have 2 safeties deep, and they're going to be a shell, and that means it's hard to get over the top. But everybody is lined up in their position every play at the snap of the ball. Now, what happens is when the receivers run downfield, the defensive cornerback will carry him to a point of about there, and then the safeties roll over the top this way, in that direction. That's the 2. And the Mike linebacker drops down the middle of the field to protect the middle. So it's not a lot of shifting. It's a lot of moving. It's line up and do your responsibility and play your position. And the deep shell of the 2 safeties is not allowing teams to get over the top on you. Teams that score big over the top, quarterbacks are always looking for single safety high, because they'll bring another safety down in the box.
Here's 3rd and 5 for the 49ers. Bears have used up all their timeouts here in the first half. And it's Barlow, and a first down. Nice run as he got to the 45-yard line. Lance Briggs took him down as we come down to the 2-minute warning.
It's hard for Barlow. It's hard for Barlow to run. He's a good runner. He's a hard runner, but he's not trusting his offensive line and his fullback, and that's why he's always looking for the cutback. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
2 minutes to go in the first half. 49ers leading.
Fox Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by the new Sprint, the official telecommunications service sponsor of the NFL.
The rugged Nextel i530 handles short drops, dust, and vibration, and has the only walkie-talkie that connects instantly with over 17 million people on the world's largest walkie-talkie network. Now just $49.99. Nextel phones now available from Sprint. Call 800-SPRINT-1. Sprint. Yes, you can.
The front and rear pillars of the F-150 are insulated with an innovative heat-activated foam to reduce noise, making it as quiet as a luxury vehicle. A luxury vehicle that can tow 9,900 pounds.
The look of love is in your eyes. The look your heart can't disguise.
Everyone wants the fresh toasted chicken and bacon ranch for dinner. Real bacon and tender chicken, only at Subway restaurants.
Oh, come on.
Visa halftime report is coming up with JB, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy. They'll be looking at some of the top stories. Eli Manning leading the Giants against Minnesota. Peyton Manning and his Indianapolis Colts are leading Houston. Larry Johnson playing for the injured Priest Holmes for Kansas City in Buffalo. Right here, Cody Pickett has attempted only 2 passes in the first half. He's 0 for 2. Frank Gore. Not much there. The Bears right there, maybe a gain of a yard on the play.
You know, for the 49ers, they're not getting anywhere on the ground. To attack the cover 2, you have to hit the middle of the field because that's where your Mike linebacker is going to drop. You get the backs out there or a fullback arrow, or you get the deep ends or the slant patterns to take advantage of some mismatches. Deep end patterns, but that's where you attack the cover 2. You go to the middle of the field. And then if you go over the top, there's a window outside that I told you about in between the safety and the corner that if you have to go deep, that's where you want to hit it.
There's 2nd and 10 with Beasley in motion. And it's Gore bouncing it outside. Nice run by Frank Gore. Mike Brown grabbed part of his jersey, and then Brian Urlacher caught up and took him down. But a good run by Frank Gore to the 35. He picked up 19 on the play.
The cutback. Now, if you can remember Tampa Bay and you remember Indianapolis, watch. What happens is the backers, the safeties, they flow so hard to the ball that when you cut back, they over pursue, and there's nobody there. So the cutback sometimes works, but you have to make sure they're over pursued.
Here's Frank Gore straight ahead. He gets a yard. 49ers have all of their timeouts remaining, but they're letting the clock run down. Now they use the first of 3 timeouts.
0 passing yards for the 49ers.
Well, they've only attempted 2, and
in the first half.
They've asked Cody Pickett to manage the game, and that's what he's doing. No mistakes thus far for the 49ers. 2 mistakes for the Bears, and 1 cost them 3 points.
Well, and I think he's done a good job of that on those 2 passes because he did some things. He took a check down, or he looked for a play action. He didn't take the deep ball like he did last week on that 3rd and 33. That really turned the game around for the New York Giants. But he is the same type of quarterback as Kyle Orton in the aspect that he's a young quarterback asked to manage the offense. They don't want turnovers. But when you run the ball as often as they've been running the ball, you ought to put a play-action pass in for them somewhere in this drive. It's been all runs. Now you fake the run, just like on the touchdown with the Bears had. You fake the run, and you go over the top.
2 tight ends in. On 2nd down, it's a pitch back. It's fumbled, and it's recovered by Frank Gore. Almost a disaster for the 49ers.
I said touchdown by the Bears. I mean the big play by the Bears to Desmond Clark downfield. And that was the play action and what happens when that occurs.
49ers use another timeout. but they're a long way from the end zone.
Michael Schofield went into prison to break his brother out. Fox tomorrow, the key to their escape will be revealed.
Schofield, your wife is here. I know her from somewhere.
Now is the perfect time to get on board TV's biggest new thriller.
We'll have 18 minutes to get over the wall.
Say goodbye to Junior.
Prison Break, a special encore followed by an all-new episode tomorrow on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
Back in Chicago, where the 49ers have a 3rd and long. They have to get to the Bears 25 for a first down.
They create their own problem.
3 wide receivers in, and they run it with Barlow. And he gets inside the 35 to the 34, bring up a 4th down. Let's see what Mike Nolan elects to do here. The clock winding down, and probably just let it wind it out.
I don't know. You might take Nedney out there for a last-second field goal. Oof.
And you may be right. Nedney's coming out. He's going to attempt a long one.
This has been one for the history books. 8 ticks remaining on the clock. It all comes down to one play. 4th and goal from the 3.
Joe Nedney, who kicked one of 30 yards earlier to put up the only points of the game, will attempt a long one here. The
52.
Line of scrimmage is the 34, probably be 52. He's marking the spot for Andy Lee, his holder. Ryan Jennings, the long snapper.
Keep an eye on these flags. They're blowing in this direction, the wind is.
He's got a strong leg, but a tough wind, and here it goes, and he hooks it. Does it have the distance? No. Comes up short. Came up 4 yards short. It's being returned by Nathan Vasher, who spun away and goes to some open space, and he's got some blockers, and Vasher is going. Vasher needs one more block, and he's got it. Nathan Vasher, touchdown Bears. Do you believe that?
I told Sam the wind was going to cause some crazy things that you may have never seen before in a football game, and that clearly did.
108 yards. Joe Nedney can't believe it. What a return by Nathan Vasher. 108 yards on a missed field goal. And that is the longest return of a missed field goal in NFL history. Look at this.
He was thinking about taking a knee, too, to down it, but he knew that the time was running off the clock. And he bounces on that spin, and he gets to the far sideline. But look at all the orange jerseys in a wave right here. And then when they see he's got a chance, watch him pour it on. Unbelievable.
What a return. How about Urlacher? He was down the field blocking anybody he could see. Extra point is good. It brings a huge cheer from the crowd. Robbie Gould puts it through. And the 49ers shoot themselves in the foot. The Bears get a tremendous record-setting return and take the lead.
The #1 Trojans take on Fresno State. College Football Saturday, presented by Kyocera on FSN.
On Fox NFL Sunday, NFC contenders square off. Mark Brunell and the Redskins are a force once again in the tough NFC East. But rookie Cadillac Williams has the Bucs fighting to keep pace in the South. Fox NFL Sunday continues later today.
Lori Farmer's Fast Alert weather forecast tonight at 10.
I promise to keep building the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Chevy promises a bold new look in the Silverado half-ton.
The Silverado half-ton regular cab work truck with better fuel economy than a comparable Ford F-150. Now, get a 2006 Chevy Silverado half-ton regular cab work truck for around $16,065 after cash back.
That's the Chevy Total Value Promise, and it starts right here.
See your local Chevy dealer.
Getting coverage from Safe Auto Insurance is easy. In fact, to enjoy all the benefits Safe Auto has to offer, including immediate coverage, low monthly payments, and 24-hour service, all you have to do is call.
Yo, Safe Auto.
Preferably from a telephone.
Play it safe. 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Play it safe. Safe Auto.
They come running just as fast as they can. 'Cause every girl crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
Nobody in America offers greater value in famous brand menswear than S&K. Like new styles from Kilburn and Finch. 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, all for $250.
'Cause every girl crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
S&K men's stores. Dress sharp.
Sharp-dressed man. Sharp-dressed man.
The Visa Halftime Report is sponsored by Visa. With Visa, you're protected.
Boy, talk about being alert. Thank goodness for Nathan Vasher and the Bears. He was alert. You'll see that in a moment.
Chicago living up to its name as a windy city, but really, Howie, Brian Urlacher knows this because of their politics there and how long-winded they are. Rodrigo lines up for a 39-yard field goal. The wind takes the ball wide right and into the stand. All right, Jimmy said, watch out. This could be fun. I didn't particularly agree with him, but here we go. A 30-yard field goal by Joe Netney gives San Francisco 49ers the lead, and then rookie Cedric Benson goes down with a knee injury, carted off of the field. 49ers up 3-0 now. Chicago lines up for another field goal. This time the snap is low. Brad Maynard has to throw it up for grabs, pass incomplete. Showing you all of these kicked field goals so we can show you this. 49ers, Dick Noll calls timeout to give his kicker an opportunity to nail this field goal. Maynard then misses it. Ball then picked up by Vasher. Vasher now returns a missed field goal by the 49ers, an NFL record, 108 yards for a Bear touchdown. The Bear, by the way, on his back right there. Touchdown. Chicago leading the 49ers at the half, 7-3. Stay tuned.
Woo, doggy, with the win, huh?
I know. All right, rough start. Oh. Mike Tice, watch out, coach. Jamar Taylor knocks him down. All right, now, get up. All right, talking about getting up, Eli Manning looks for Plaxico Burress, but picked off by Darren Sharper. And Jimmy, how far does he go? A long ways, that's right. Hall of Fame, Super Bowl winning coach said a long way. That's 92 yards, interception return. His second touchdown off an interception for the season. Vikings 7-6 over the Giants. Arizona at Detroit, JB. Motions running high. Detroit, Bergen and Earl Holmes of the Arizona Cardinals getting into a little shoving match. All right, you thought that'd be some excitement. Roy Williams on the receiving end of a Joy Harrington touchdown pass of 7 yards, 7-0 Lions. And then by Ian Baal. Is that how you say that?
We'll take it.
Okay.
Obafemi, Ian Baal.
That's the safety. It's 9-0. Harrington's back to Roy Williams again. This one of 21 yards.
He'll answer to that.
Hey, listen, don't give a Sutherlander with a thick tongue a name like that.
Oh, boy. Hey, Frank Caliendo's upset pick. Dolphins right now on top of the Patriots. Frank said that would be an upset. Buffalo on top of the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs without Priest Holmes, Larry Johnson, of course, at the helm now. Jaguars 10-3 on top there. Look at the coach, boy. Talk about not taking the Houston Texans lightly. 7-0 all-time against the Houston Texans. Jimmy, with all of that win going on in Chicago, talk to me, coach's standpoint.
A really fun game to watch. You know, if you like the passing game, forget about it. Kicking game, you got to watch it for the kicking game. Great job by Lovie Smith, making sure he had somebody back deep on the field goal, knowing something like that could happen. Really good coaching on Lovie Smith's part.
Field position, turnovers, special teams, that's what will win this football game. And how about the guy that's leading the return, both in the early stages, having Vasher, come on, catch up, and then outrunning him down the field, about 80 yards down the field, it's Urlacher.
Ian Badeo.
His
first name is
Oba
Feet. Well, hey, you know what? There's a lot of pressure when you look at these things. That's hard to.
That's a long one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you do it.
No.
How about Jimmy?
No.
Jimmy.
Hey,
no.
hey, you were telling me now I should not have been surprised at the return because that's why they
they put a guy back there because of the conditions, and it's possible he can take the missed field goal, and if he wants to, return it. Run the football, play the kicking game. That's what wins this game.
No
kicking
question.
game and running game.
Field position, turnovers, and special teams.
Let me write that down. Give it to me.
There you have it. You're all set for the second half.
Play the win. Play the win.
Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL.
Fox tonight. Brian goes back to school on an all-new Family Guy.
You know, I haven't taken a shower since we got here. I totally reek, man. Check this out. Ah, come on. Tell me that's not epic.
Then, Agent Smith's Middle Eastern adventure goes horribly wrong.
Stone throwers ready? We're all gonna die and our lives meant absolutely nothing. Something comforting.
All new American Dad. It all starts at 9, 8 Central tonight on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
Fox Wednesday. It's a big That 70 Show surprise. Bruce Willis and Ashton Kutcher.
Come on, feel it.
In the same show. And that's not the only shocker.
Will you marry me?
All new That 70 Show. Then, guest star Jenny McCarthy takes gold digging to a new level. And her wedding will be one for the ages.
He's old enough to be her father.
He's old enough to be her forefathers.
And all new Stacked. It all starts at 8, 7 Central, Fox Wednesday.
Every time a man or woman puts on a uniform in our armed services, their entire family puts on that uniform too. We honor the courage of these proud families of reservists and members of the National Guard, and of all Americans who support their loved ones and friends as they defend freedom.
Got a strong leg, but a tough wind, and here it goes, and he hooks it. Does it have the distance? No. Comes up short. Came up 4 yards short. It's being returned by Nathan Vasher, who spun away and goes to some open space, and he's got some blockers, and Vasher is going. Vasher needs one more block, and he's got it. Nathan Vasher, touchdown Bears. Do you believe that?
The greatest thrill ride in sports returns. NASCAR on Fox this February.
You might think jail overcrowding isn't a problem. Then why are these local inmates being shuttled back and forth between jailhouses and costing you millions of dollars? A story you'll see only on Fox, Monday at 10.
I promise to keep building the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Chevy promises a bold new look in the Silverado half-ton.
The Silverado half-ton regular cab work truck with better fuel economy than a comparable Ford F-150. Now, get a 2006 Chevy Silverado half-ton regular cab work truck for around $16,065 after cash back.
That's the Chevy Total Value Promise, and it starts right here.
See your local Chevy dealer.
This morning at the office, I was really feeling sick.
be sick again tomorrow.
Horse racing. We bet you'll love it. Bring your friends and join us for Friday happy hours at Churchill Downs. Enjoy $1.50 Coors Light and $1.50 hot dogs from 3 to 5 p.m. First race, 12:40 p.m.
With the bluegrass fields, the Kentucky hills, where the miners and the coal, with the farmers in the Hoosier State along the banks of the Ohio, with the back roads and the highways, with the neighbor right next door. We're friends, we're family, we're Ford.
Right now, we're offering 0% for 72 months on Ford Explorer, or get $5,000 cash back on the most trusted SUV in America.
We're friends, we're family, we're Ford.
Fox 41, now broadcasting in high definition.